Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championships 2018. We are here in the top 32.
Yes, we are coming up to the final stages of the tournament.
It's getting pretty close.
And it's interesting to see what's actually developing from the top cup. Like, for example, we had a Mermel player that's still in it, on top 32. He's facing off against, I believe it's Gali this round.
Gali, yeah.
I'm not sure what deck Gali's on. I think he's probably playing something a little more in the mainstream.
Yeah, probably something standard.
Traveling all the way over from Panama, I think it is.
I don't know.
But yeah, he's here this weekend and he's in the top 32. This round, we're actually going to be featuring the first Altergeist we're doing this weekend.
Yeah. Being
piloted by Bhavin Patel. I think I said that wrong. But he's going to be facing off against Conor Zhou, who's going to be playing Trickstar, Sky Striker with a splash of Mech Knights.
Bhavin Patel.
Bhavin Patel, sorry. I have to start reading the digital type outs of names.
Yeah, I mean, I cheat a little because I've got the digital names here.
That's unfair. That's unfair.
It is a bit unfair. Anyway, so let's get on over to the table and see what these guys have got in store for us. So we have these guys. So as you can see, as we're getting into the top cut here, we're really starting to see these win rates push up higher and higher.
Conor having a very good season there. If you look at that, 120 registered games in tier 2 or above and 83 wins.
Yeah, it's real nice. So yeah.
And Bhavin not quite as experienced, but certainly still doing very well in this tournament. On Altergeists, no less. And he lost the first turn, so this is that's going to heavily influence the match for Conor. Into Conor's favour, I believe. I'm going to be seeing some Trickstar nonsense to begin with.
Trickstar nonsense. The best kind.
And then we've got Candina. Reincarnation. It's a double reincarnation there. Double reincarnation, draw, and lockbird.
He's got it right. He's got the draw combo regardless. He can use one reincarnation to trigger the draw, and then draw reincarnation the second one.
Yes.
So that's all she wrote, I think. Unless we got an Ash Blossom here for.
The Ash Blossom would definitely keep Bhavin in it.
Yeah, I don't think he does. Nope, he doesn't. I feel like Conor should be doing something here. Did I just completely get the combo wrong? That works like
maybe
that?
he doesn't have two reincarnations.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said he did.
I thought I said he did.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not then. If he's only got one, then played around well.
And we're going to be seeing our first Altergeist being played this weekend. Marinetta, which allows you to set a Altergeist card straight from your deck to your side of the field. Also gets around Ash Blossom because it's setting straight to the field.
Yeah, which is always nice.
Also, with only 600 attack points, it doesn't put you in a firewall loop range. Scapegoat was the other card that he had, not 2 copies of Reincarnation.
Ah, okay.
And he's getting a full Scapegoat during the end phase. Another card drawn, it's a Mech Knight. And we're seeing Rivalry of Warlords being activated. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, that's going to stop any of these crazy link plays. Any reason why do you think he decided to rivalry here instead of waiting for some kind of link play to happen and then stopping it halfway through?
I guess he's just trying to jam Conor with goat tokens, so Conor has the Sky Striker side of his deck turned off, and so a lot of his cards are now blanks until those scapegoats are off the field.
Yeah, I guess if he summoned a Trickstar, played it then, he would keep the Trickstar on it. So playing it now guarantees that those goat tokens are going to stick around.
And play just goes back to Bhavin.
Bhavin.
It's Bhavin, not Bravin. Yeah, there's no R. Bhavin.
Yeah, Bhavin.
What a duality. Oh, yes, going to be looking at the Milusic, the Altergeist Milusic, which is actually quite a strong card because it can direct attack regardless of what your opponent has on the field. There's the Ash Blossom for the reincarnation, and every time it inflicts damage, it can send one card your opponent controls to the graveyard.
That's pretty nice.
So it's very good at picking off really key cards. For example, if your opponent had to roll the Kree out because you're playing Altergeist and just poke them with the Milusic and then carry on as business as usual. I really like the Altergeist deck. I do really hope it can go further, but I'm not sure I would have been brave enough to go for it this weekend if it was me. And Conor, kind of a sitting duck here with those scapegoats. We might just see the longest poke game of all time.
Yeah. Until there's just one goat left and then...
Oh no, because absolutely worst case, Conor can turn all his ghosts to attack mode and get them off the table if he wants to, but...
And with Bhavin's monsters not having such great attack points, that's not going to deal too much damage to Conor.
No, it cost him 2,000 life points to clear that up if he wanted to.
Sounds pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah. Wow. That's actually a
Conor. They all just run themselves straight off of the field.
Yeah.
That was cold, Conor. Those ghosts were there for you, and you send them to their grave.
Yeah. That's pretty unfair for those sheeps.
Yeah, and now Conor's going to transition into Mech Knights. Phase 2 of the boss battle has begun. And
what the first phase is fighting sheep.
Yeah, of course.
And then the second phase is fighting
like
huge mecha knights.
Yeah, every RPG ever. You start with sheeps and you end on giant knights. Okay. There'll be a dragon in there at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe of the moral variety. Yeah, so we see Altergeist protocol being flipped up. This allows you to tribute a Altergeist monster to negate a monster effect. And then, of course,
seems good.
By tributing the Milusic, he's allowed to search his deck for an Altergeist monster, and he's gone for Multi-Faker, Altergeist Multi-Faker, who also has an effect. When a trap card is used, you can summon it from your hand, then get to summon a Altergeist from your deck.
So he's probably going to want to do that now, just so he can get Multi-Faker down.
Yep,
yeah, impermanence.
Impermanence. I mean, this card actually does double duty in this deck because during your opponent's first turn, you can go ahead and negate their card and then get yourself out the Multi-Faker.
Yeah, really strong. I remember when I thought Breakthrough Skill was good.
Good old Breakthrough Skill. Yep, and here's Multi-Faker.
And the effect. What do you think he's going to get here? He's already got it. Too slow.
Yeah, it's usually you go for the Milusic or the Silquatus. The Silquatus having effect that's which may remind you from Magispectre Unicorn, where you have the quick effect, return a card to return one of your opponent's monsters.
I try to think about Magispectre Unicorn too much.
I try to forget it because that card was absolutely insane.
Yep.
And even after the Master Rule 4, it just got better because it was a pendulum monster you put back into your hand when you used its effect, so you could just summon it to the main monster zone.
Yeah, and with your opponent having less places to put extra deck monsters, you could just deal with those really easily.
And we're going to be seeing Altergeist Manifestation being flipped. Lets him bring back a Altergeist from his graveyard. And this is going to be a link summon to Hexia, Altergeist Hexia, who gains attack equal to think it's an Altergeist it points to. So that's plus 1600 attack on its 1500 base, so that's a 3100 attack Altergeist Hexia, and Hexia also has the ability to tribute a monster that it's linked to negate the negate a spell or trap. But the really curious thing about it is that effect's not once per turn, so if you summon another Altergeist into that zone, you can negate another card. Matter of fact, now that I've said that, I'm super paranoid that you should probably look that up to make sure it's correct. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I just guessed at how Hexia was spelt, but I need to see it written down.
We're seeing another reincarnation being flipped.
I still can't find it.
And Drawn Lockbird also being activated. But Altergeist Protocol is just going to be able to tribute away the Marionetta to negate the effect of Drawn Lockbird.
Ah, it's Hextia.
Hextia, my apologies. Forgive me for my foolishness.
You contribute... Yeah, you can only use it once per turn.
Oh, is it once per turn?
Yeah, but it'd be a bit good if it wasn't, because you tribute to negate the activation. Ah, no, hold on. No, you can do that as many times as you want.
There you go.
You can only use the effect of it being sent to the graveyard once per turn.
And the effect when it's sent to the graveyard is to add back a Altergeist.
From your deck to your hand.
I had an Altergeist from your deck to hand.
Wow. It's pretty strong.
And Hexia is going to get beaten up by the Candida. And we're going to see another Altergeist manifestation being added. Not seeing too much out of the Sky Striker side of Connor's deck at the moment, but that's...
No, absolutely not. But we're able to see the we're able to see the
Mech Knights.
Yeah, a little bit of Mech Knight, but the Altergeist engine kind of doing what it's supposed to do here.
That rivalry of Warlords was super strong. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries just looted all the Kagaris. Manifestation can bring back Multifaker, and then Multifaker gets to summon another Altergeist from the deck. Oh, we're going to be going for
No, Hexia.
Hexia. Hexia because he already had the Multifaker.
Wham.
It's just like watching the anime right now.
Yeah.
Someone needs to summon Decode Talker.
Multifaker. Which character are the Altergeists played by, Matt?
Ghost Girl. Actually one of my favourite characters in the show.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's kind of ninja-like as well, isn't she?
Well, she seems to be sensible because she like sets up these duels where it's like, hey, even if I lose, I somehow still get ahead. So it's like, doesn't matter that the playmaker's as good as he is because I win either way.
Yeah.
Like she's the only character that kind of sets that up. Most of them's like, yes, I bet literally my castle on this duel, Yugi. You know, what's your plan B there, Pegasus?
Nothing. Cheat with my Millennium Eye.
Lose against Bakura.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert in case you haven't seen the season 1.
I'd like to think that everyone has seen season 1 in the whole wide world.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we'd like to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely worth a watch if you're playing the game and you want to see the origins of
Duel Monsters. Matt nodded. For those of
I
you
did. Sorry, I realised the camera's not showing me. I just nodded. Ah, Luke.
Nodded contently.
It's on Netflix if you wanna check that out. Actually.
Yeah, in most countries, in fact, it's on Netflix. Even those countries where you think, it's probably not on Netflix, nothing's on Netflix for me. Check it out, probably is.
I can see Reincarnation being banished to bring back the Lycris. Lycris goes ahead and attacks the Multi-Faker. May phase 2, normal summon the Candina. Candina searches for Reincarnation number 3? Maybe? Lilybell.
Nailed it.
First try. No, it's never Lycris. Wrong. So, completely wrong. Can't win them all.
Never mind.
Can't win them all.
No, can't. Absolutely can't. That's why there's always got to be a winner and a loser.
So, again, a really dark way of looking at the world.
It is. So, Bhavin here, still on reasonable number of life points against this Trickstar deck.
This match is going pretty long, though. It's almost coming to the halfway point. But we are in top cut, so the game absolutely has to, the match actually has to come to a conclusion.
Yep. Unfortunately, the Trickstar deck just has an inherent advantage over that.
It sets the attack ceiling in this matchup. That's one of the important things because the Altergeists have very low attacks. Marionetta next to Hexia actually certainly changes that dynamic. More cards being set directly from the deck to the graveyard. Plus, Marionetta can be tributed, or contribute a card to bring back an Altergeist from the graveyard. And we're going to see Altergeist. Sorry, I've swapped the deck list again, so I'm looking at the wrong one. Going to see Altergeist Protocol being set for Bhavin, sorry. And that's going to allow him to have even more effect negation. He didn't even go first this game, but he's still able to really keep the pressure on his opponent.
This Rivalry of the Warlords has done so much.
Rivalry of the Warlords is still a good card. What set was that originally from? Was that Pharaoh Servant?
I can't remember.
It was a very long time ago.
I don't think it was Pharaoh Servant. I think it might have been Pharaonic Guardian.
I seem to remember, it was in that very early age, but I don't know exactly which set it was from.
Yeah, I can't remember. Let's have a look. No, it first came out... Ah, no, Magician's Force.
Oh, Magician's Force.
Oh, we were pretty close.
No, we weren't. Dark Magician Girl was a secret rare for that set. I remember that.
Yeah. Was Magician's Valkyria in that set as well? No, it wasn't.
And Hexia pointing to Hexia, pointing to Silquius. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Silquitus. That's a lot of damage going in for Conor.
Sequitus, maybe?
Yeah, Silquitus.
Silquitus. Yeah, so that means that the attack kind of gets passed along the chain, doesn't it? For those Hexias.
Yep, and now we're going to see a free material Link summon. Oh no, it's another Hexia. But the interesting thing is because he sent the Marionetta Silquitus to the graveyard, he gets to add back a Altergeist trap card from his graveyard, and he also has the Hexia. And then Conor is saying, yeah, this is not going well at all. So I'm going to pick up my cards, and we're going to go to game 2. With 22 minutes left on the clock, approximately 3 minutes allowed for siding. Players may take up that. So, yeah, we may be seeing this match decided by game 2, depending on how... well, that's actually a really redundant statement. We may find the match ends this turn if Bhavin wins again.
Yeah. But what you're saying is
Game 3 could get a bit dicey with time, considering how long that took.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we're getting very, very close now.
And after this round, there'll be only 16 players remaining in contention.
Yeah, out of the colossal 727.
Let's take a look at the side decks, because actually a lot of players playing stuff specifically for the Altergeist deck in case it comes up. Conor has copies of Nightbeam. He also has
Nightbeam.
Heavy Storm Duster. Not playing any copies of Evenly Matched, so that's interesting. He's also not playing Red Reboot.
I think Nightbeam's a fantastic idea in this format. If you Nightbeam your opponent's scapegoats, they can't do anything.
Yes and no. I mean, they could flip up one of their other cards and flip up the scapegoat, but the issue with that is there's not really a lot of quick play spells that would make that play
Viable.
make sense in that deck.
Yeah.
Patel is actually playing in his side deck triple Wire Tap, triple Evenly Matched, Inspector Borders, Magic Deflectors, Gamma the Sea Turtle. So yeah, Wiretap's likely in there to deal with the Red Reboots or the Evenly Matched, but little to Patel's knowledge is that Conor doesn't even have Evenly Matched anywhere. But the Heavy Storm Duster can be negated by Wiretap, so that's a interaction where Twin Twister would have probably been a little bit more successful. But that's all assuming that Patel decides to come in with the Wiretaps.
Yeah, that was another format I was quite fond of, was the Hand Artifact Trap Tricks format. That was heavily...
In 2014?
Yeah, in 2014. It was heavily filled with wiretaps.
Yeah, the first Dragons of Legends set certainly made a lot of interesting decks appear.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, one of my friends played in the 2014 National Championships, and he was playing Hands before the Hands Artifact Trap Trick deck existed, but he was playing it in Dragon Rulers just before the Forbidden Limited list happened.
Interesting.
And it worked really well, because he was able to play, you know, just his opponent were attacking with Dragon Rulers, and he was able to just eat away at their stuff with the hands.
Huh. Speaking of hands, we see these loading in right now. What have we got, Luke?
So, for Conor, he has a Heavy Storm Duster, Terraforming, Reincarnation, another Heavy Storm Duster, and a Light Sage. So
that's 5 back rows right there that he can clear out in a single turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty insane. And then...
Yeah, if you see that turn 1 set 4 summon a monster, Patel might be losing on the very first turn.
And then for Bhavin, a little bit more of a blurry hand, but what I can make out...
That is potato quality. Who's taking these pictures?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's Musalik.
It looks like a V-jump scan.
It does. It absolutely does.
Sorry, whenever I see people in the community taking photos of the new magazine, it always comes out really blurry.
Yeah, I think it's Musalik, Impertinence. Hold on, we have a bit of yeah, okay, yeah, we go. Mukes, I think that's Musalik, Impertinence, Imperial Order, Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I think that's Altergeist, not Protocol, the M. Manifestation, that's the one. Couldn't remember the word. Is that Musalik?
That is Musik, yes.
Okay, yeah, so we got it. This phone that I was handed to by the tech team now has been taken away. I'm going to put that on eBay.
No, it's because Liam's terrified you're just going to start swiping like everyone does when you hand them a phone. So take a look at this picture, and they start swiping. Like, no, what are you doing? Give that back.
Stop.
That's absolutely not okay.
We seem to have been brought a giant pot of greed for some reason.
It's probably for the attack of the giant card.
Attack of the Forbidden card.
Attack of the Forbidden card. Actually, the Milasik is pretty good here because it gets to clear up one of the back row cards. It's probably Heavy Storm. Nope, it's going to be the Reincarnation.
Is this game just going to be over?
Yeah.
Bhavin sets like
He's
4.
going to set 4, and there's going to be 2 Heavy Storm Dusters flipped.
Is that the end of the game? I think that might be the end of the game. That's super bad. Bye. And bye to those 2. Ooh. That's super rough. So what did he end with? I think I see Anti-Spell Fragrance. Yeah, so he's not got Anti-Spell Fragrance or Imperial Order.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah. I'm just being handed the deck lists of the finals of the Attack of the Forbidden card.
Oh no, don't spoil that because that means that we get to jump straight from this match into the finals of the
I'm going to give it a try.
Traditional format tournament. What was it that I learned yesterday? Don't spill the spice.
Don't spill the spice. Yeah, true. Okay, let's leave that. So.
Oof, I would not be feeling good about that double heavy storm buster.
No, double heavy storm buster. Okay, I'm pretty pleased. One of the player I wanted to make it. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say that the player that I wanted to make it out of the top 4 made it.
So what you're saying is you had a vested interest in this. That sounds pretty biased, Luke. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I didn't get to see it happen, obviously. So you know, there's no. But yes, I really like the deck that he's playing. So.
Oh, you're invested in the deck, not the player. I
yeah.
see. That's nice save.
Yeah. You'll see why.
I'm going to try and not get too excited about that because we are in the middle of a top 32 game. Milosik getting destroyed, and that's going to give Bhavin a search.
Yeah, even though that's all he's got going for him right now.
He's drawn up 1 card as well. If he gets through this, he can get through anything.
Yeah, he's winning the whole thing if he can get through this. So he gets the Marionetta.
Yeah, so the Marionetta is essentially going to give him an extra card as well. If he doesn't get completely sniped out of the game here. That's another Lycris, another 1800 damage.
Okay, I was concerned that Bhavin's deck hadn't been shuffled by the opponent there.
Play passes back to Bhavin, and Bhavin draws his card. So we know he's got a Marionetta in hand and 1 unknown card. And there's reincarnation, so that Marionetta is getting stripped out of the game. And yes, it's artifact. Yeah. Personal spoofing. Personal spoofing would have been extremely strong because it would have been able to search up a multi-faker by swapping the Marionetta. So the Marionetta would have got to set a card, then he could have gone multi. That would have been a really good comeback pair of cards. Excellent reincarnation. Oh, there's just another Marionetta. Ah. Take that, Connor.
Easy peasy.
Although I think the other card in Connor's hand is might be Ash Blossom, and yeah, Bhavin realizes he's just going to lose to Lycris.
Yep.
Oh no, it wasn't an Ash Blossom. He had the Altergeist Conquery. Yeah.
So that evens it up 1-1 in this top 32 match.
14 minutes, so we are likely to be seeing a natural conclusion to this final game.
Yeah,
assuming we don't have another game 1.
Yeah, that was short.
Games tend to go pretty short when your 4-card back row gets utterly obliterated.
Yeah, I must admit that was pretty rough, wasn't it?
Yeah, like Connor could have just shouted, "I have the power," and just watched the wind just blow all the cards away. That was how strong that was.
I have the power. That's what happened.
Man, the power of Grayskull.
Yeah.
And it's actually...
It was only 1 card away from being Heavy Storm.
There you go. There you go, Jake. Just in case you're missing it too much, there you go.
Yeah.
Bhavin actually getting the advantage here, playing a trap-based deck where he gets to go first.
Yes.
In the final game.
Yeah, pretty big advantage. Okay, yeah, so Tom Rose has made it to the top 16, just been told.
So the Saka Burning Abyss deck is still in competition.
Maybe we should try and get it after this one.
Would you guys like to see that again? Can you give us a shout in the chat if you want to see Burning Abyss in the top 16 as our next feature match?
Marionetta. It's a nice start.
Marionetta is the absolute best start. Photos of hand being taken.
So Connor does have a Night Beam. Connor starts with Night Beam, Hornet Drones, Ash, Light Stage, and I think that's a Mech Knight, but hard to tell. And Bhavin starts with Magic Deflector, Solemn Strike, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Altergeist, Protocol, and Marionette.
I'm really appreciating the blur filter that's been applied to that. That's super cool.
What's going on? It's only like 5 meters away. Don't have to travel very far, and the picture's getting distorted. Seems odd.
See, I'm sure there's a great joke there involving a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reference, but I can't remember enough about that scene to make the joke land. Oh, wow, that's getting wrecked, Connor. That's a magical deflector against two Sky Striker Hornet drones being chained to each other. So that's literally a 2-for-1, and quick play spells for the rest of the turn. Connor's not going to be able to use them. Oh, Connor, that was
really nice.
That was almost as cheeky as the double heavy Storm Duster from game 1.
Yeah. Now we know how that feels.
It wasn't 4 cards, it was 2, but that's rough. And there's, Solemn Strike.
Saying no to everything.
Yeah, it's like that Mech Knight needs to go away now. But yeah, as soon as Bhavin won the first game, when he was forced to go second, he was just setting himself up. He sets himself up really strong here.
Very good. It's just so strong.
I can inform you that Bhavin does not play Heavy Storm Duster, so he's not going to be doing that back to his opponent.
Yeah, see now he needs to take into account that
personal spoofing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, personal spoofing.
Yeah. Well, it's actually quite really strong because you still have to shuffle the monster back, so it leaves you very vulnerable in that situation. Night Beam, destroying the protocol. I don't know if Bhavin accidentally revealed the face down. I don't know if he accidentally revealed if he revealed his face down manifestation. Because as soon as he tapped it, Connor quickly checked he kind of flipped over a bit far, and then I think he realised that he'd shuffled back the Marinetta, and then that Connor Night Beamed the other target.
Right.
Connor's now seeing if he can get the damage ready.
I mean, the opening's here. Bhavin just needs any Altergeist monster with personal spoofing to get going, really.
Yeah, as soon as he gets that, he's going to be able to put some stuff together. So if we had Link Karibo, it would make Millowseeker's extremely strong draw for him. Altergeist Millowseeker. Alas, that is not the case in the European territories, not until after the WCQ. Yep, and we're going to see 1800, 1800, that's 36 coming in, on top of the 2000, so that's 4,600 damage just being pushed straight towards Bhavin. Only 8 minutes left on the clock, and we see Trickstar actually taking out another card, and Bhavin is literally living on a prayer.
It's a monster. What monster is it? Oh wow, he's on 100 now. That's rough.
Yeah, wow. Getting caught by spoofing against Ash Blossom.
Yeah.
Has set him back super hard. Yeah, he draws Multi-Faker, and that is going to be the end of Bravin's run. And that even had the awesome Magic Deflector. And absolutely wrecked Connor's opening play, and then gets blown out by the Ash Blossom. Massive credit to Connor not losing his cool. Let's bring it back to the desk and discuss that a little bit further.
And we're back here. So yeah, that was the first taste of Altergeist we had this weekend.
Unfortunately, it's the last taste from Bhavin, but this weekend. But I'm sure if he's still attending the WCQ, he's going to be pretty happy with his top 32 result here.
Yeah.
That was a great showing from Connor. The side deck really paying off. The double heavy Storm Duster just completely blowing out Bhavin on game 2.
That was basically an auto win.
Yeah, he must have looked at his open hand and was like,
this is nice.
Yeah, I'm ready. So I'm going first, right? Perfect.
Yeah, that was just beautiful.
Yeah, I was a huge. I really thought that Magic Deflector was actually going to be able to lock the game up.
Same.
But
Magic Deflector followed by the anti-spell fragrance as well is just really, really good.
Yeah, and ultimately Connor was still able to win. We're going to be getting him in for an interview in just a few moments, but yeah, that was excellent play by Connor, and progressing on to the top 16, where we've got competitors, quite a few strong competitors left, and everyone fighting for those World Championship points. Although I think there's really only 2 players that they apply to in the UK at this point.
I think it's done for the UK now. It's already been decided.
It has? Okay, then I guess that'll be announced a little bit later at the WCQ or shortly after.
Yeah, yeah. According to the community, shall we put it, Darren Stevenson is the top of the leaderboard,
which would
based on the results.
Yeah, which is incredible, considering everything. The number of the points disparity between the
Currently.
2 UK players this time. Last time it was Germany, was like miles ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
With you had,
well, he still is, but
you had Alpai and Joshua Smith that were really far ahead of everyone else in Europe, and now this time it's the UK, 2 UK players.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're discussing completely random other players, and we in actual fact want to hear more from Conor, so we're going to throw it over to the interview desk and see what they have to say.
And we're back with the winner of our previous feature match. Now, you were playing the Mech Knight Trickstar version of Sky Strikers, that's right?
Yeah, I was.
Now, you just actually told me just outside there that this isn't actually your deck list, that's right?
Yeah, it's not. So I was doing A-level exams, and I finished my last exam 2 days ago on Friday. So obviously Nationals was on the Saturday, so I only had Friday night to prepare for the event. And before, I'd have dueling book games here and there, but I didn't really have a solid list. But luckily, I'm in a testing circle with my mates, obviously called the Disciples. And basically, what we do is we just test for events and stuff. So the night before, obviously, we were all in the hotel room and we were all just trying to figure out the best deck. And they had a solid list for Trickstar, Sky Striker, Mech Knight, because currently, what's the best part, the best deck in the format is Trickstar, Sky Striker, as shown by the previous Premier events like YCS and stuff. But we believe that the Mech Knight part of the deck would mean that it would apply a lot of pressure, because if you summon Purple Nightfall while you have the Trickstars, the Purple Nightfall acts as a lot of pressure because it's 2/5, it's a big beat stick, and Trickstars already can't really get over that. And then also when you remove it from the field, because it's like a wind up rabbit, it can just banish, so it can dodge destruction, and then you add 2 more Mech Knights with the other ones. It really puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to act fast, and so you can chill with your resources, and that's why we felt that was the best version of the deck. So yeah, I played that in the main event. In the main event, I ended up going 8-1-1, so 1 loss, 1 draw. But and in that match there against Altergeist, I feel the best cards 100% were Storm Dusters. If you saw in the game 2 match, I just double Storm Dusted 4 of his back row, and that was just game from there. And we had that theory, not just siding the Storm Dusters wasn't just for back row heavy decks like Altergeist, but it was mainly for the mirror, because in the mirror, what you can do is if you draw into Storm Duster and you summon a Candina and search Reincarnation, you can set the Storm Duster as bait, and then your opponent will good players will try to play around the Reincarnation by setting back row. So if they set an Engage and a Desires, or an Engage and a Field Spell or whatever, and then you just flip Storm Dusters, you just win, because then they don't have any follow-up plays, because all their follow-up plays were in those 2 back row. So that was the mentality behind deciding that. And you probably saw the Night Beam as well. That was a cheeky tech. We were playing Twin Twisters already, but originally, but then we realized that discarding sometimes can be useful, discarding Lilybell or Reincarnation, but sometimes you don't want to have to discard a card, especially if your whole hand's good cards like Engage, Candina, Light Stage. There's so many to think about. So we decided to play Night Beam instead, because Night Beam, not only if they usually a lot of the time good players might try play around Twin Twisters after siding by setting 1 back row. So having a Night Beam means you can just kill the back row. They can't respond. If it's Scapegoat, that's a lot of plus for you. And then another thing is even if they set 2 back row and you activate the Night Beam, it acts as if Twin Twister would, because the way they play it, you can play around Night Beam is you can activate another card and then activate the card that you've targeted, because it's not activating in response to the Night Beam. But then you've just baited out 2 of their back row, which is the exact same thing Twin Twister would have done. So that's why we like Night Beam, because there's a 1 card removal for 2 back row, or 1 back row and they can't respond. So we played that. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Obviously I won't go into other side deck options because I still have half the tournament to play, but the main deck was pretty solid. We decided on a certain list, and yeah, I just definitely I have so much help from the guys who I've tested with, because I finished my exams on Friday, so I didn't have much testing for the event. So yeah, definitely the Disciples helped me out there.
Sounds like you only need 1 night for testing anyway. Being in the time, getting through top 33. One night testing.
Like I was stayed up till like 3 a.m. on the Friday night just testing because I didn't know what to do with the deck. Like I didn't know that much. Like even in the feature match I misplayed. Like one of the in game 1 I was quite tilted. I activated Candina's effect and searched the Lycris when I could have searched light stage and get the Lycris and then do more damage when he draws and stuff. So just stuff like that. Like sometimes these little interactions I do miss, but hopefully I can like learn to grow as a player and just get these interactions correct for better events in the future like Euros.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah. As I say, sounds like you only needed that one night, which is good because, you know, you concentrate on your exams. How do you think you did in your exam?
Yeah, not too bad. Like, I want to go Surrey University, and they require ABB, so I think I got that, so hopefully we'll see in August.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Great. So we're about to go into top 16 now, so we'll hope maybe see you in the finals.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully. We'll see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Been great to have you on. Now let's throw it back to our commentators.
Thank you very much, Robert and Connor. Sounds like you did well in his exams. It's always good to keep an eye on your studies as well as Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I don't think the University of Surrey would let you in if you show up with an ABC deck saying, yeah, there you go, I've got some ABCs.
No, I don't think they would accept ABCs.
But yeah, excellent game we saw there. Some really good theory, a lot of thought going into that. That
Yeah.
probably carry him through in the top 16. Maybe we see him again today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have something quite special lined up now.
Let me see. I have to know. So this is the traditional format, the finalists, their deck lists. We're going to take a look at.
Yeah.
I've not had a look yet because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But oh, this is interesting.
Well, just before we go into it, I think we should have a quick showing of the slide for the pre-match discussion for the Forbidden Card tournament.
Oh,
just
we're going to have a slide just to add
just
suspense.
Just to add suspense.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have a slide, so
why?
Just so we can cut it up when when we put it on YouTube. Just saying, okay? I'm thinking of the tech team. I'm thinking about the tech team. Oh, you do have a slide. Okay.
So now everyone's just shrugging.
Okay.
So
but
when can I talk about this? Somebody.
Woodhouse, this is how we get ads. And we're back for the finals.
For the really long break, honestly. So we have, for the traditional format, True Draco versus Frogs.
Yep.
I believe that's Frog FTK being piloted by Stuart Watts, and he's going to be playing against Miles Stage's True Draco. That's super interesting, actually. When you can add cards like Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, Delinquent Duo.
Yeah, he really hasn't added all that much. He's just taken a regular thing and then added. He's literally added. Not even Imperial. I was going to say Imperial Order, but that's been fine.
Actually, the only forbidden cards he's playing is the Trinity: Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, and Delinquent Duo.
Yeah, I think he's playing some more on the side. He's playing Confis, Harpies, Fossil Sentry, and Painful Choice. Whereas Stuart, on the other hand, is playing a plethora of currently forbidden
card
cards.
Of Safe Return.
He's playing.
Oh, that's so
he's
dirty.
Playing Fishboard Blaster. He's playing Substitute, Graceful Charity, Dimension Fusion, Card Destruction, Mass Driver, Card of Safe Return, Pot of Greed, and Painful Choice, all in the main deck. So, and then in the side, he's got Giant Trunade, Heavy Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster.
Super interesting.
Wow.
So we have an FTK deck going up against an established engine-based deck that's only playing the Trinity in the main deck.
Yeah, my favourite thing about the whole of Stuart's deck is that he's playing triple Hanawata in the side deck.
Hanawata is
for those who don't remember what that is.
hand trap for burn, right?
Yeah, it's one of the first ever hand traps that whenever your opponent would play a card that would inflict direct damage to your life points, you negate the damage. It becomes zero. Well, you don't negate the damage; it just becomes zero.
That
instead.
seems pretty good against Magical Explosion.
Yeah, it does, which hurts me a little, but it's okay because it's still part of the format. So
Shall we are the players ready to go?
I think the players are ready. We should head on over to the table and see who's going to win the glorious Pot of Greed.